This is SAS Viya 7. I already opened up the practice 3.1 within SAS Viya, and we're going to start off by clicking the data pane, which I have already done, and then we are going to see what classification certain things are in. So we're going to look for employee ID, and you can see it's right here under category, and then we are going to look for manager at 1 level, and it is in the measure category. And then what does the frequency data item represent? Basically, it represents that because there is 1 row per employee on the employees clean data source, which is what we're using, frequency represents the number of employees. So we're going to change the classification of this right here, manager level, one level or whatever, to category. And you can now see that it is in the category field instead. So we are now going to change the format of annual salary to $13.2. So within this measure group right here where it says annual salary, we are going to click the button down, and then in this name field right here, we are going to change the name to $13.2. And then actually, that is not right. This is still named annual. And down here, we're going to edit this. And in the format window, under width field, we are going to enter 13, and then the decimals we are going to enter 2. And press OK. And it should be formatted. So then in the category group, employee ID, we are going to rename it to just ID. In the employee name, we're going to change it to, where'd it go? Employee name is going to be changed to name. Oh, did not spell that right. And then manager at level 1 right here, that was moved, is going to be changed to manager ID. And then we're going to look at the measure group now, and we are going to look at, what is that? We're going to look at frequency. We're going to press this little button right here, and then in the name field, we're going to enter number. Goodness gracious. Number of employees, and that is now up to date. So then we are going to click this data source menu right here, and we're going to select refresh employees clean, and then we are going, that is the end of this first part. This is the second part. So you can see that we are now in practice 3.2a. So we're going to start by clicking the data button right here, and we are going to select the following items, and it is going to be annual salary and frequency percent, which is right here. And then we're going to modify this chart, so we're going to click the options pane right here. For the object group, for the name field, we're going to type in distribution of salary. And then in the histogram group for bin range, which is right here, we are going to select measure values. And then we're going to select set a fixed bin count, and then in the bin count field, I'm going to put 4. We're going to press enter, and then in the upper right corner, we're going to maximize, and you can see the additional details right here: annual salary, upper and lower, and then the frequency percent. So we're going to then click the middle and see that more than 75% of salaries fall within this range of $25,000 to $30,000. So then we're going to create a bar chart on the right of the automatic chart. So we're going to click the left pane again. And the objects, I'm going to close this one real quick. We're going to drag a bar chart over to the right side of the canvas, and then we are going to pick roles. For category, we are going to add job title. For measure, we want it to select number of employees and then annual salary as well. And then for group, we are going to select add, and this needs to actually be off first. Remove that, and then we're going to add a group, which is going to be department. And this is what it looks like. So then we're going to modify the bar chart, so we're going to click options. And then in the name field, we are going to type in total salary by job and department. And then in which department are the majority of salary costs spent, and for which job title. So most of the salary costs are spent in the sales department, with the majority going towards sales rep 1. And then the second question is, what could be some reasons why salary costs are so much higher for this group? So basically salary costs could be higher because the job title pays more, or there are more employees in that job. So just truly depends. And that's the end of this part. Third part of lesson or SAS 7. So as you can see, I'm in practice 3.2b now. So we're going to create a box plot on this page. So we're going to make sure we're on page 2, and then in the left pane we're going to click objects, and then we're going to drag box plot over. From here we are going to assign data. So for category, we are going to do job title. And for measures, we're going to select annual salary, hit OK, close this, and this is what this bar chart this box plot would look like. So we're going to modify it a little bit. So we're going to go over to options, and then in the name field, we're going to do salary analysis by job title. And then for the box plot group for the outliers field, which is right here, we're going to select show outliers. And then we're going to select averages. Then from there, this is really what it should look like. So then we're going to maximize this right here. I'm going to move this down a tad. Oops. This is basically detail. We're going to look at the average, and you can see that the highest average is the purchasing agent 3, and the lowest average is the trainee. And then we are going to restore this, and that's the end of this part. This is the next part of SAS 7, so as you can see now I'm in practice 3.3. So we're going to start by creating a new data item. So we're going to click the data button right here, and then we're going to select new data item and then custom category. So in this data item category, in the name field, we're going to type in employee status. And then in the based on, we are going to select employee termination date. And then to select value group 1. And then enter active, we're going to enter active and press enter. And then we're going to drag missing values from the top left pane to drag items here. And then in the remaining values area, we are going to for the group as field, enter retired and then click OK. So then looking at the remaining values, we're going to select group as and then type in retired and then click OK. And then from there you're going to be able to see employee status under the category group. So then on page 3 we're going to create a bar chart with this stuff. So we are going to click Objects, Bar Chart, we're going to slide it over, and then we're going to click Assign Data. So for category, we are going to add job title. For measure, we are going to change numbers of employees to years of service, and then press OK there. And then for group, we are going to use employee status, which is the one we just made. So this is what it should look like. So to specify years of service by job title, we're going to then put that into the title. So it is years of service by job title and status. So that is changed, and then we're going to change the aggregation. So we're going to click Data in the left pane, and we're going to go down 2 years of service, which is right here, and we're going to change the aggregation from sum to average. And then we can now see when we close this out that purchasing agent 3 has the highest average years of service among active employees, and then sales rep 2 has the highest average years among retired employees. On the next part, this is practice 3.3b. So we're going to start by going into the data pane, and we are going to click on the data source menu, and then we're going to select operators. We're going to select apply data filter first. And then we're going to select operators right here. And then we're going to expand the Boolean. And then we're going to double click and to add it to the expression right here. And then on the left, we're going to click data items. We're going to expand character, and then we're going to select employee status, and then we're going to double click on employee status,